Okay, let's go to the 1+ study, right? So if you're looking at 1+ study here today at Orie, this is the floor plan. It's at 517 square feet. This is a harmonized project. So harmonized project means that the aircon latch is not included. So 517 square feet is a full livable area on the floor plan. I would say it's a quite conventional layout, right? You got open concept kitchen. You got a study at the corner. They definitely will give you an aircon unit for that, but nothing much to call out for the floor plan itself, right? But most people buying into a 1+ study here are likely buying for investment, right? So a small pool of people will be looking for own stay. But the biggest question here is, will you be able to exit in the future? So based on 2,005 per square foot, if I times the 517 square feet, the entry price for a 1+ study here at Orie will be 1.3 million. If you want to buy for investment, the rental here will give you about $3,000 a month. That sets your rental yield at about 2.7%. The yield is not that high for the fact that right now in today's market, you can find something of a similar quantum that gives you a 4 or even higher kind of rental yield. Okay, so the question is, can you exit in the future, right? So today, if I buy at 1.3 million, I want to exit at 1.4 million with a slightly higher rental. The rental yield is going to be about similar, right? So it's going to be about 2.8%. If you want to sell at 1.4 million, almost the same kind of rental rate, it will be slightly harder to exit. Okay, but if you're looking for own stay, you want a brand new development, you want a renowned developer, you want a good location, that's perfectly fine. But of course, because it's a high-rise development, then entering a certain price point is important. But if you do have a little bit more budget and you want to choose between the 1+ study or the 2-bedroom and 1 bathroom, this will be a really good choice to look at, right? So for 75 square feet more, you get a full-size room, you get a dedicated dining area, and you get an enclosable kitchen with windows. Potentially for investors, this is going to be the most hot selling in my opinion, because for a 2-bedroom, you also get better rental for a little bit more difference in terms of the pricing, right? So based on that, a 1+ study for 2,005 per square foot will be about 1.3 million. For another 180k top up, which is slightly under 1.5 million, you potentially get a 2-bed 1 bath and also have an enclosable kitchen with windows, right? So this is quite a smart layout, I would say. You cannot find a 2-bed 1 bath with windows in the kitchen in today's market. So it's quite a rare gem. Very likely this one will move first for people looking for just purely investment. So the other question is, in the resale market, we also want to know if this 2-bed 1 bath can be more superior than others, right? So let's take a look at the other 2-bed 1 bath, which is at Gem Residences. So comparing Orie 2-bed 1 bath, 592 square feet versus Gem Residences, which is just right beside you. 2-bed 1 bath, also the same size on paper, right? Orie will be harmonized and Gem Residences not harmonized. So what that means is that Gem Residences, the 592 square feet will include this aircon latch. The Orie's one will have slightly a bit more space in practicality wise. So that's one. The other thing is the kitchen is an enclosable kitchen, right? There's a dedicated dining area, I would say. But for Gem Residences, the dining area that they put is kind of in the middle of the living area and the corridor space. The other thing to point out is that at Gem Residences, the 2nd bedroom can only fit a single size bed. While at Orie, the bedroom sizes are quite decent. You can fit a queen size bed and possibly 1 or 2 side tables as well. And then the third point about this is that the balcony is not a full length of the living. Right, so because of that, it also kind of blocks out some light coming through to the living room as well. So for the same square footage, I think Orie's layout for the 2-bed 1 bath would definitely be more sought after once it hits the resale market a few years down the road, especially with the enclosable kitchen that is the only one in the development for 2 bedrooms.